Good day, everyone. I am Lope Demetri Basila Daigan, and I am here to report a topic about air pollution. So, what is air pollution? So, air pollution refers to the release of pollutants into the air that are detrimental to human health and the planet as a whole. So, air pollution simply is the presence of substance in the atmosphere that are harmful to human health and other living beings. It can or cause of damage to the climate or to other materials. So that is an air pollution. So what causes air pollution? Air pollution is caused by solid and liquid particles and certain gases that are suspended in the air. These particles and gases can come from car and truck exhaust, factories, dust, pollen, mold spores, volcanoes, and wildfires. The solid and liquid particles suspended in our air are called aerosols. So, causes of air pollution may include burning of fossil fuels, firewood, smoke released from factories, volcanic eruption, forest fires, asteroids, and chlorofluorocarbon and carbon oxides. Sources of air pollution. We have stationary sources, mobile sources, controlled burn, area sources, and natural sources. Stationary sources, from the word itself, stationary, which means not moving or not intended to be moved. So, it includes smokestacks of fossil fuel gas station manufacturing facilities, factories, and waste incinerators, as well as furnaces and other types of fuel burning heating devices. So stationary sources are, and it may also include refineries, boilers, and power plants. And we can see that from the first picture below, it is an example of stationary sources, which is not moving facility. It is a power plants and so on. So mobile sources. Mobile sources includes motor vehicle, trains, marine vessels, and aircraft, or vehicles which is powered by engines and other equipments that can be categorized as either on-road mobile sources such as trucks, buses, passenger cars, and motorcycles, or non-road mobile sources such as locomotives, marine vessels, construction equipment, lawn, garden, and snow equipment. Controlled burn. Practices in agriculture and forest management. Controlled or prescribed burning is a technique sometimes used in forest management, farming, biorestoration, and greenhouse gas abatement. So yes, controlled burning is really helpful in the forest, but it can also affect or it can also be a source of pollutant in the air. The next one is area sources, such as agricultural areas, cities, and wood burning fireplaces. So area sources can also be a source of pollutant, since cities are or urban areas emitting usually carbon dioxide from cars, from fireplaces, like when you're cooking, it emits carbon dioxide or some gases. So it is also a source of pollutant. And the next one is natural sources, such as wind-blown dust, wildfires, and volcanoes. So from the word itself, natural, which means it comes from natural environment or it is a natural phenomenon. So like wildfires are, it is not the same in controlled burn, because controlled burn is intended to burn the trees or grasses to manage the forest, but wildfires are causes of wildfires are extreme heat and volcanoes. Yes, we know that volcanoes are emitting sulfur dioxide when it explodes, so it's also a source of pollutant. Effects of air pollution. Health effects of air pollution include heart disease, lung cancer, and respiratory diseases such as emphysema. Air pollution can also cause long-term damage to people's nerves, brain, kidneys, liver, and other organs. Some scientists suspect air pollution can cause birth defects. So air pollution really is detrimental to human health. It can cause us a lot of diseases, and it can also damage our organs. Not also it is bad for human health, but it is also bad for our environment. Since air pollution can cause greenhouse gases. By trapping the Earth's heat in the atmosphere, greenhouse gases led to warmer temperatures and all the hallmarks of climate change, such as rising sea levels, more extreme weather, heat-related deaths, and increasing transmission of infectious diseases like Lyme. So, according to EPA study, carbon dioxide was responsible for 81% of countries' total greenhouse gas emission and methane made up of 11%. Another class of greenhouse gases, hydrofluorocarbons, are 1,000 of times powerful than carbon dioxide in their ability to trap heat. So, in this case, if greenhouse gases is more in the atmosphere, there is much more possible that the heat in the earth will exceed, and it may cause long-term damage of human health and to the environment. So, primary pollutant. Primary pollutant is an air pollutant emitted directly from the source. So, primary pollutants such as volatile organic compounds, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, particulate matter, and ammonia. So, a volatile organic compound are well-known outdoor air pollutant. They are categorized as either methane or non-methane. Methane is an extremely efficient greenhouse gas which contributes to enhance global warming. So, carbon dioxide, the worst climate pollutant. So, it is said that it is the worst climate pollutant since carbon dioxide sticks around in the atmosphere for decades to centuries, and it won't be easily removed or disappear. So it is only absorbed by plants as a part of biological carbon cycle. So sulfur dioxide is produced by volcanoes and in various industrial processes. So mainly when volcanoes erupt, it produces or it releases sulfur dioxide to the atmosphere, and it is really dangerous. Nitrogen oxide are expelled from high temperature combustion and are also produced during thunderstorm by discharge. So nitrogen dioxide are gaseous pollutants produced as a result of road traffic and other fossil fuel combustion processes. Its presence in air contributes to the formation of modification of other air pollutants such as ozone and to acid rain. Carbon monoxide. It is also a product of combustion of fuel such as natural gas, coal, or wood. The next one is particulate matter. Human activities such as burning of fossil fuels in vehicles, power plants, and various industrial processes also generate significant amounts of aerosols. Ammonia, emitted mainly by agricultural waste. Secondary pollutants. Particulates created from gaseous primary pollutants and compounds in the photochemical smog. Smog is a kind of air pollution. Classic smog results from large amounts of coal burning in an area caused by a mixture of smoke and sulfur dioxide. Modern smog does not usually come from coal but from vehicle and industrial emissions that are acted in an atmosphere by ultraviolet light from the sun to secondary pollutants that also combine with the primary emission to form photochemical smog. The next one is ground level ozone. Ground level ozone are formed from nitrogen oxide and volatile organic compounds. Ozone is a key constituent to the troposphere. It is also an important constituent of certain regions of the stratosphere commonly known as ozone layer. Photochemical and chemical reactions involving it drive many of the chemical processes that occur in the atmosphere by day and by night. At abnormally high concentration brought about by human activities, largely the combustion of fossil fuel, it it is a pollutant that constituent the smog. The next one. So, smog and soot. These are prevalent types of air pollutions. Smog or ground level ozone, as it is more occurs when emission from combustion fossil fuels react with sunlight. Soot or particulate matter is made up of tiny particles of chemicals, soil, smoke, dust, or allergens in the form of gas or solids that are carried in the air. How do we reduce air pollution? So here are the ways to reduce air pollution. The first one is technologies. We know that technologies right now is more advanced. All that we can see is manufactured by factories. And factories emits pollutants that are bad to human health and environment. So, catalytic converter. Catalytic converter is mostly we can see it in a car or buses or other vehicles. Catalytic converter change harmful substances in a car's exhaust gases such as carbon monoxide, nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and hydrocarbons into less harmful substances like carbon dioxide and water vapor by means of chemical reactions. The second one is electrostatic filter. So electrostatic filter can help us a lot. It provides an effective and efficient way to reduce the number of particles that are smaller than 1 micron, such as pollen, dust, and etc. So the second way to reduce air pollution is riding a bike or walking instead of driving. So if you're going somewhere and it's not that far, you can walk or ride a bike. Next one is buying a car that has greater fuel efficiency. So if you have that enough money, you can buy a car, but choose a car that has a greater fuel efficiency so that the pollutant it emits is not that so bad. The next one is turning off lights and appliances when they are not in use. Turning off lights and appliances can greatly help the reduction of air pollution, since we know that some of our electricity came from fossil fuels and other sources that emits pollutants. So it will be a greater help to turn off lights and to consume less electricity in our home. So next one is using energy efficiently, light bulbs and appliances. So if it's not in use, you can turn off, as what I've said, you can turn off the lights, and you can choose if you have to buy appliances such as television, refrigerator, or washing machine. You can choose the more power-saving one. So buying fewer things that are manufactured using fossil fuels. Yes, it is a very big help. Buying fewer things that are manufactured using fossil fuels. So in doing this, we can reduce the use of fossil fuels, and we can also reduce the emission of pollutants in the air. So that would be all. Thank you.